going on, guys? Alex here and welcome to Monster Motors. So today you might notice that I'm not outside, I'm actually at home, and basically what I'm trying out is I want to try and do sort of like a new series. Well, yeah, I guess you can call it a new series where at home, or I can be wherever, to be fair, but I just want to talk to you about upcoming cars, just anything and everything about cars. So be it new cars, old cars, what cars I like, my dream cars and all that sort of stuff. But today, seeing as it's been the Geneva car show throughout last week, I thought it would be good to talk about some of the cars that were sort of presented there. So just to talk about what's going on, and just to keep you guys updated with what's going on with my car. I'm not including it in any videos for the moment, as on Saturday I started wrapping it, so the whole front end's done, the front bumper, the front wings and the bonnet. I've just got all the rest of it to do still. Hopefully I'll be doing that this weekend, but it just depends on time and whatnot, as I'm doing it in between jobs and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not going to have the car included in any videos until that's completely finished, and then I can do a reveal. There are photos on my Instagram and all that of like the progress of the car and how it's coming along, so the colour is on there, it's out there, it's not a secret. I've actually gone for the satin Nardo grey, but it already looks so good, even just having done the front end. I mean, from the side it looks a bit odd because the front end's all one colour and then the rest of the car is still black, but I'm working on it. From the front end it just looks so good, so that will hopefully be coming out next week. Well, if I can get enough time to finish it off, which I hope I can. So excuse me, because I'll be looking over on this screen over here, because I've got like the various cars and specs and whatever I'm talking about up over here, so I'll glance over here every now and then just to know what I'm going on about. So what I'm going to do is probably just stick up a photo on the screen and then make myself smaller in a corner if I can do that, of the car we're currently talking about and whatnot. So I'm going to try and do this throughout all the videos I do in this sort of style. So if we start it off with the new Ferrari 812 Superfast. So this is like the next one along from the F12, and I love the F12. It's an amazing machine. So I had really high hopes for this one, and I'm not entirely sold on it yet. I think it might be a grower, because the rear end, I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure where they're going with that. It doesn't look as nice as I would have been expecting. Like, the front end looks nice, it's aggressive and all that, but I think the rear end just lets it down, but I'm sure that's going to grow on me anyway. So the 812 Superfast is a 6.5 litre V12 engine. It's got 789 brake horsepower at 8,500 RPM and 718 Newton meters of torque at 7,000 RPM. So it definitely packs a punch. I mean, I can already imagine it's going to be pretty fun to drive and plenty of power, so no doubt about that. So it's maximum speed of 211. Not that you'd ever really get to use that on the roads, but it's nice. It's above 200, which is what I like to see with these sorts of cars. I mean, there's no real need for it to be that quick, but it's just one of them bragging points, isn't it? So yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to wait and see if it does grow on me, because I love the Ferrari brand and I've always been a fan of Ferrari, so I kind of just felt a little bit disappointed when they released this. So sticking on with the Italian brands, we'll move on to the Lamborghini Huracan Performante, and that's a 5.2 litre V10 engine, 640 horsepower, all-wheel drive, all that sort of stuff, all singing, all dancing, 600 Newton meters of torque. And first things first, I love it. Huracan is one of my dream cars, like absolute dream cars, and just like all the extra kit on this one is just crazy. The one that they showed at Geneva, the matte orange with the compressed carbon like spoiler, splitter, all the other accessories and whatnot, I really like that. That is pretty much ideal spec. Maybe not the orange, don't know, maybe the green, what is it, the mantis green that they do. I really like that colour, so I'd probably go for that. But the compressed carbon, I love that. It's just like the raw carbon. It looks so good. it's just aggressive, and it's the record lap time around the Nürburgring, like 6 minutes 50 seconds or something like that. Can't quite remember off the top of my head, but I'm really excited to start seeing these on the road. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a dry throat, but I'm really excited to start seeing these out on the road. Hopefully they come out quite soon. I'm gonna have to start going back up to London and hopefully do some supercar spotting, and I'll just hope that I can see some of them around about there. I mean, it would be nice, so can just keep our fingers crossed. And I know Paul from Supercars of London, he's got his Huracan that he should be receiving sometime this coming week, so I'm really looking forward to see that, as that does sound like a really nice spec Huracan. And I think he's gone for the 580-2, so the rear wheel drive one, so that's definitely going to be a load of fun. So the other main car that was released at Geneva was the Mclaren 720s. So it's their new Super Series platform, the P14, and so this is the replacement for the 650s. So it's got 720 PS, it's got a 0 to 60 of 2.9 seconds, top speed of 212. It's a 4-litre V8 twin scroll turbo, twin turbo with twin scroll turbos. So that's just going to be crazy. Again, with this car, I was expecting a lot more. The front end, I'm not entirely sure what is going on with the lights. It's as if they made massive headlights and forgot to put headlights in there. But I know it's all for the aerodynamics and whatnot, but I'm just not entirely sure with the massive gaps and all that. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to see these again in person. Hopefully I'll be able to see one of these in person soon, as I'm doing a bit of work for McLaren in my day job, so fingers crossed I can sort of get one of the guys to take me around the MTC and just be able to sort of see the cars in person, because from what I've heard from people that are at Geneva, you have to see the car in person. It doesn't really, the photos don't do it justice, just because of how much aerodynamic work and all that sort of stuff's involved. So there's a lot of sculpting and all that. So it's going to be one of them cars. When you start seeing it on the road, I'm sure it's going to grow on me, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Now, moving away from supercars a little bit, onto the new Ford Fiesta ST. Now, as some of you might know, my previous car to the S3 was the old Ford Fiesta ST, the Mark 7.5, and I absolutely love that car. It was a 1.6 turbo, it was 180 brake, and it was just a good little pocket rocket. Now, they unveiled this a few weeks ago now, and it's a 1.5 litre 3-cylinder engine, and one of the cylinders shuts off to like eco-friendly and all that stuff, and it's 200 PS, so about 197 brake I think it is. Now, I was really like excited for this. I was like, yeah, the new Fiesta, this is gonna be good, but I just got disappointed when they said the spec. It seems as if they're going more for like the eco-friendly and like less emissions and more MPG and all that sort of side of things, rather than the fun hot hatch sort of. Well, I don't really know where they've gone with it. They've gone for a smaller engine, not a lot of increased power, and it looks like it's just made from recycled parts. So like the front end, it's heavily influenced by the Mark III Focus RS, like with the plastic around the fog lights and all that sort of stuff. But then you look at it from the back and it looks like a C-Max. So I'm not sold on this car. Again, it might grow on me, but I highly doubt it. The way I see it is they've tried to copy the RS front end. They put a C-Max on rear end on it, and from the side it just looks like a Corsa or something, like, especially with the wheels. I mean, I like the wheels, but it's very like Corsa inspired, and yeah, I'm just not a fan of it yet. And with the engine being what it is, I'm not entirely sure how much room there will be for like modifications, because I'm really into all my modifying the cars and all that sort of side of it. So it'll be interesting to see what the companies come up with, like Revo, Mount Tune, all that sort of stuff, like even Perron. So just gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, not entirely sold on it just yet, but we'll see when the first few start coming out. And who knows, I might even be able to get to drive one and see if that will persuade me otherwise. But yeah, so it's just going to be a quick video for today, just sort of explaining what's going on in this new series that I'm hoping to do. So I'm thinking about doing this once a week or once every couple weeks, just to chat about stuff. I mean, if you want to leave a comment down below to give suggestions on what sort of topics you want me to discuss, then feel free to, as well, I want to talk about stuff that you guys want to know about. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to drop it a like and make sure to subscribe, as the release of my car will be coming very soon, and I'm very excited for that. There's going to be a few other changes coming, and then the first car show of the season is the 1st of May, so I want the car ready for then. So alright, cheers guys.